The JCF commemorates the 75th anniversary of Women in Policing through a year-long roster of events under the banner of Women in Policing, promoting equity, empowerment, and excellence.
Joining us to tell us more is Assistant Commissioner of Police Karina Powell Hood and Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. Good morning, ladies.
Hi. Good morning.
How are you?
Great to be here.
It's so good to see you both. First of all, 75 years we're doing this thing?
That's a good long time.
Yes, 75 years. You know, some would say why it took us so long because the organization is really 157 years this year. So women have been in for 75 years. January 1, 1949 was the first intake of women. 3 women were in that group. And one went on to become a superintendent. One an assistant superintendent. She was the first to be officer, as in a gazetted officer in the JCF, which was quite novel. I was doing a little bit of research and I was told that, you know, the 3 ladies coming in was clearly a novelty, so everybody was kind of looking at them like, will they make it through?
Yeah.
But they did make it through, and because of them, the rest of us are here today.
And many doors have opened since, because it's not just, you know, women coming in at a very basic level. You have women at the senior levels in the force as well. SSP, talk to us about, you know, the performance of senior police officers as well, the women.
Well, of course, like SAP mentioned, of course, she's the most senior female police officer in the force now, and our staff officer. And we have seen over the years where the women in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, we have demonstrated that we are able to perform at the highest level. We have had deputy commissioner, at least 2 deputy commissioners in the past. We have had assistant commissioners. So the contribution of women in the force, we have made our mark. We had Ione Ramsey, who was the first female officer to be a motorcyclist, and many others. So I think over the years we have demonstrated that even though the JCF is a male-dominated organization, we have played our part equally.
I have to ask, you know, I mean, we're going to get into the power up, but I do have to ask, you know, what was the inspiration for you to join the force? Like, what was it, and when did you know that, you know, this is what I want to do?
Well, so I used to teach before going into the JCF. I saw it as an opportunity. There was an advertisement for persons with specialist skills to enlist as officers in the JCF at the rank of assistant superintendent. So it was a time in 2002 when they were looking for persons with specialist skills to bring in at the middle management level to inject some other ways of thinking into the organization as part of the whole transformation. So for me, I think I was born into a family of service. My mother was a teacher, my father was a public health inspector. Siblings are teachers as well. So it was just a natural progression, I think, for me. Curious about what it would entail, and you know, when I had really no idea the depth of the organization until I came in, and then, you know, it really has been a enriching and fulfilling experience. Met all sorts of people and have had many experiences. So it's been good.
Amazing. A year-long roster. Tell us about some of the events. I know that we're kicking off with some amazing experiences. So can you tell us what's happening?
All right. So today we are celebrating approximately 500 women in the force. Power or Up. That's the theme, and we're looking at the healthy woman, the pretty woman, the wealthy woman. And we're partnering with a number of stakeholders who are coming on board. I mean, the support from corporate Jamaica has been really, really good. So this evening at the Police Officers Club, we will be there. Various persons are on board, providing the different elements, support for the different elements, because we have all these activities lined up. So this is the first big one for us. We will be having right across the country different events to commemorate this milestone, and then we will have a gala in September 12th.
Oh, fancy.
We'll have the gala.
I love how SSP goes, the gala. She said, girl, we're going to get Chris.
You saw the outfit coming on.
Yeah, you know it in the SSP. You know it. What is the word that you would say to other young ladies who may be watching this morning who are like, you know what, these women are really admirable. maybe this is a path I could take. ACP, what would you say to them?
I would say to them, take the path.
Yeah.
The organization, as I said, it offers many different careers. Even though you're a police officer, you could come in, you could go on to study law. There's a place for persons like that. We have nurses in the force. We have persons in telecommunications, forensics, ballistics. There are a number of pathways that you can embark on. So whatever your skill set is, there's a place for you within the JCF. And you know, there's this perhaps this perception that, you know, we're struggling as women within the organization to take our place, but that really isn't the case. It's very welcoming and embracing. You know, we are in the competition just like the men in terms of elevation within the organization. Once you're qualified and you put yourself in the process, you know, it's a level playing field for us. So we're a progressive organization, I'd like to say.
I love that. I love that so much. I'm really excited about what's happening. I mean, the women I've gotten to meet who are on the force have always inspired me. You women are brave, first of all, but also so smart, so eloquent, and always, you know, just pushing us to be better. And I think that's the broader message here as well. You empower us through what you do and what you all do, and we really appreciate it. So
thank you for that, and we really are happy for your support as well. You know, I'm an MTM.
No shame in her game. She's like,
no shame in her game. It's just a nice, relaxing thing to see other people kind of put yourself out there, kind of vulnerable in some ways, and that's kind of what we do as well too. We're law enforcers, but we're also humans.
First.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's something extra special that I think women bring to the table. And I think it's great to have women on the force because of that. I think, you know, naturally we're just good at that part. Bringing the compassion, the human element.
Indeed.
All of that.
Before we leave, SSP, can you show me how to take down somebody? Like a quick whip and push down and...
Oh, we have a nice non-alcoholic beverage here for you.
Look at
Before we take down anybody in here.
Just in case the commissioners want to non-alcoholic.
So we have to spirit up before the takedown, but we can show you off camera. But and also to thank you and thank all the persons who have really come on board as sponsors to support all the things that we're doing. I mean, we have not knocked on the door and anybody said no. So that was really, really good. There are so many sponsors who don't even want to start mentioning some of them to get into trouble, but
we could start and stay with them for the end.
We don't have a problem.
Right. And, you know, Jamaica Constabulary Force, we are a transformed organization.
Yes.
The transformation continues, and as you look to see what we're doing right across the country, a female looking on can feel very assured that when you join the Jamaica Constabulary Force, you're entering into a very dynamic organization that you can be the best version of yourself.
Fantastic.
Love that. You couldn't have said it better.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us. That was Assistant Commissioner of Police Karina Powell Hood and Senior Superintendent of Police Stephanie Lindsay of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. It's now time for a quick break while we learn how to take somebody down. See you on the other side, hopefully.
Be faithful about what you're doing when it is right. Rosa Parks, Sunrise will be right back.